super clean. God damn it. I'm glad I did the intro thingy. All right, if I get it right now, I will, like, tie. Okay, I'm literally slower now than not having done it. Cool. I would definitely be down to go back to Wind Waker on the GameCube version, but not HD. Zero chance on HD, I think. It's a combination of three things, I would say, and two of them are kind of connected. It's a combination of honestly, I'm just very burnt out of Wind Waker HD. You have to understand that, like, before the year 2020, I was the type of streamer because I was living basically paycheck to paycheck up until 2020, meaning that I had to stream only what got me the most viewership. Does that make sense? Meaning that I had to stream Wind Waker HD exclusively and no other games, like literally no other games. It was only Wind Waker HD. It wasn't like, oh, let me do a fun casual playthrough here and there constantly. Like, no. I only did Wind Waker HD 99% of every stream, and I did that from 2016 until 2020. So I did that for 4 years. So for 4 years, an average of 5 days a week, 5.5 days I think was the average. I had an average of 5.5 days a week of streaming just Wind Waker HD for over 4 years straight. So I'm burnt out. Like that game specifically is just like burnt out. Second thing that kind of combines with that is the fact that I disagree a lot with the community. What I mean by that specifically is that if it was down to me, if I ran the community, and I also get why, by the way, this is a very hot take. So I'm not blaming the community on this specifically. This is like me very specifically. But if I ran the community, Wind Waker HD, I would allow you to map analog inputs to digital inputs for manual Super Swim in a heartbeat. I would basically allow people to map an analog stick to a D-pad or something so you could do a consistent, fast, unbuffered manual Super Swim that's not bad in your hands. I despise the manual Super Swim on Wind Waker HD. I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible for the game's growth. I think it's terrible for the runners. I think it's just an overall bad thing. So with manual Super Swim on HD being the way it is, that's like the second thing. So it's like a combo of I'm a bit burnt out and I don't want to do manual Super Swim in that game. And the last reason why I am more for GameCube nowadays than an HD, but this is kind of tying back into the slightly burnt out thing, is this. If you've watched Wind Waker HD, you can back me up on this. Every Wind Waker HD category is very similar. Every single one of them. You do basically the same thing, it's just that you might add some more things to it. But the early game in between, like, the early game and the way you do the dungeons in between all of the categories that is more than any percent are basically the exact same thing. It's always the similar strats in order. In Hundo, you might add a treasure chart chest in here and there, but it's still basically the same. It's just always the same. While on the GameCube version, each category is actually very unique. Like the strats and what you do is very unique in between each category. So you're getting a lot of difference in between each one. Also, this is a really good run. Let's keep it up. Yeah, I kind of forgot about this run. I've just been such a combo. I've just been auto-playing, and it's been going really well. Press D-pad, left the frame late, so it didn't do the shield one. So it didn't work with the fall damage cancel. That's fun. 48 pace, dude. Just thrown out the window. 2 minutes lost, just like that. All right. Well, let's do another run. That is true. We're responsible for that chatter's lunch money. I forgot. We better get a good run going so he can have his lunch money. You are breaking this game worse than my parents' marriage. Damn. Damn. All right. Well, all right. Oh, baby. An intro skip and a first try cog skip? No way. I'm not going to say anything more on stream, but that is the opposite of what you usually do. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. 4 Fleet Lotuses in one? Holy shit. Damn. It will only save me like a few seconds, like 2 seconds, but like, damn. Speaking of which, I almost got hit by a car yesterday. Well, driving, I should say. I was almost in a car accident yesterday. Homie, stupid AF. a guy was pulling out. He drove out right next to, like, very close to where we live. So a guy drove out by a bar. He came from a bar. I could tell the car because he drove out from a bar kind of recklessly. So I immediately noticed, oh, he just came from that bar. So probably drunk driving. Guy pulls out anyways from a bar, and we're driving, and I'm driving in the right lane, and my man is driving in the left lane. And we are basically coming up to a light. We are like very close to the light, right? And at the light, you can go left, forward, 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 or right. Does that make sense? My man is all the way at the left, so he either has to go forward or left. As we are like literally an inch away from the light, my man just maximum wheel to the right, goes without, like, no light, no looking first. My man just starts turning just right. And now he's like on the lane right left of me. He is like, I'm basically in his blind spot at this point. Like, I'm like halfway. He's like, he's here, I'm here. And I can tell, like, this man is going to continue to just turn to the right. Like, this guy's not going to stop. So I do the sensible thing immediately. As I see that he's turning into the lane left of me and he's still kind of on the projectile to the right. Smash the hand on the horn. Just hold the horn in. My man literally does like this. Does that make sense? Like, okay, he does like this, right? I'm here, and the guy does like this. I honk. He straightens out in this lane, and then proceeds to fully stop his vehicle. Remember, we're in front of a green light. He can go green. He proceeds to fully just stop the vehicle like he's parking in the middle of the... I'm so sad. That was so... Oh. He proceeds to just smash the brake, stop there, and then me and another car that was like in my lane drive past, and then the guy just goes... and goes across the 3 lanes and goes right. I'm so far ahead, I can literally still PB. He really needed to go right, for sure. Honestly, this is something that I have noticed. And this is not just extend to drunk drivers. This goes to almost all drivers in America, and I really mean this. Every time I have been close to being in an accident, or someone I've had to like brake because otherwise I would have gotten hit, is always the same thing. And anytime I see someone reckless, almost every time I see a situation that is close, it is almost always the one situation where someone is about to miss their turn and they swerve in front of other people to make their exit. And every time I see that, I literally just, I wish that you could just be like, sorry, you're driving recklessly, you won't have a license for 2 weeks. Just to like actually teach them, because we live in a big city. I'm telling you, and I mean this, you will lose maybe like a minute and a half to take the next exit. It's not like we're on a highway. Okay. It's not like we're in a highway and we are gonna, like, you're gonna lose like 15 minutes not getting your exit. You are literally losing like a minute taking the next exit. That sucks. I did the animation as I landed, so the bomb got eaten. I just missed my exit. So what now? Now we do another one. Some people might only know one way and then they can't navigate back to the path if they miss it though, Linkus. I'm sorry to use this meme, but I really mean this when I say that if that's your excuse. Do you guys not have phones? Like, come on. In 2023, you cannot tell me that a valid excuse is that you wouldn't know how to drive if you miss your exit. Either you can use your phone or you can use the signs. Oh, come on. Really? This was such a good run. Why do I keep losing runs to bullshit? I keep literally not getting good wings. I don't understand. Why is my wing screwing me over today? This is so unfair. Is it that you changed the ability that makes it not work? That's happened to me twice now. Is it that I'm changing the ability? Is that why it doesn't work? That's 2 runs in a row now. Do I just not change the ability there? I don't understand. Like, my timing works. Yeah, the run's dead. That's 2-minute time loss. It still worked. I don't understand. Whatever. From now on, I'm not switching the ability. All right, let's do one more run, chat. We'll get one more run going. One more. You know what is silly? every single, I've seen that. Have you guys seen on Twitter this before or any social media? I'm sure it can't just be me. Have you guys seen all of these bazillion clips that's been coming out online about this new gigantic arena they built in Las Vegas that has like the displays on the outside that can change what it's showing? Yeah, the basketball thing, etc. Every single time I see that, because I keep seeing people post it, like people flying in and they see it and they think it's so cool. Every time I see that arena, I literally feel a little bit like bruh every time. Because for people that don't know, that arena cost Madison Square Garden $2.3 billion. With a B, not an M. It's a $2.3 billion arena. Madison Square Garden fired everyone and shut down CLG because of costs. And then that same company turns around and built a $2.3 billion arena. Hundreds of people out of work, and then turns around and builds a $2.3 billion arena. Bruh, can't afford my ass. So every time I see that arena now, I'm like, that's literally where the money went. Yeah, I was very lucky and fortunate to be able to have amazing people helping me out and for Moist Esports helping me out. But there's many other people who have not found a new home that are out of jobs. If I fail this fall damage again, I'm going to cry. She's on the phone. Slightly slow, but that's fine. Let's just hope we get the YOLO clip here. As long as we get the YOLO clip, we are fine. Please. This run is probably rip. What? What? Okay, sure, whatever. Okay, let's hope for some really good clips, chat. Hold it. Come on, dude. I can still PB. I need a good dragon fight here. And I need good RNG on Ganon. Come on. I just need really good gameplay in RNG. One. I also don't know how it didn't count as a flurry rush. Honestly, to me, that looks like a good timing. But it is what it is. Oh, that sucks.